This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Virginia McConnell.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a wellness center? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Dr. Rachel Roselle with MindSpa Integrative Wellness Center. How's it going?
It's good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We're really excited to learn about you and your business. Can you tell us about your company?
Absolutely. So MindSpa Integrative Health was created by my dad as a way to provide holistic integrative care for patients. And we offer a variety of services, including biofeedback, neurofeedback, QEEG brain mapping, acupuncture and Chinese medicine, functional medicine, homeopathy, nutrition, stem cells, massage therapy, craniosacral, Reiki, counseling. We have an outpatient addiction program. We do thermography. We have a flotation tank. We also have an infrared sauna. And we have other little things that we do as well. So a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Wow. I did not expect all of that. That's amazing. So I guess you got into the business from your family. How did that happen?
Yes. My journey started when I was a kid, watching my dad do neurofeedback and literally changing people's brains, which I just found to be absolutely fascinating. And he had always kind of worked in this integrative, healthcare setting. My mom was a teacher for special needs. And so kind of like my fascination with medicine and my innate desire just to help others led me down the path of medicine. But unfortunately, I kind of learned early on that conventional medicine had many downfalls in patient care, which I found to be a little disheartening. And I just knew there had to be a better way, other options we could do for people, more we could offer. And that's what kind of led me to discover naturopathic medicine and acupuncture.
Okay. And then what are some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
I'd say there's probably a lot. The biggest one being that natural treatments don't work, or that there isn't any evidence that they work or how they work, or they're not safe to use with medications, that alternative practitioners aren't well trained, that medication is the only answer, and that, again, natural treatments don't work. But sometimes it's also the complete opposite. Sometimes people will think that natural treatments will fix anything and that, medications aren't needed, lab tests or imaging, or, whatnot. And, I was trained both, conventionally and naturopathically and in Chinese medicine. And, I believe there are limits to everything, limits to what natural medicine can treat, what conventional medicine can treat. I do think there's a time and a place when conventional medicine is needed. So I really think it's, they go hand in hand. And that's really what integrative medicine is, knowing, when to use what. There's a time and a place for everything. And, a lot of people don't realize also that there's a lot of power and effectiveness with natural medicine, and that you can use both together, both medications and herbs and supplements. Sometimes you just need the right person to guide you.
Oh, I love that, because a lot of people, are one or the other. And I love that you have kind of a full blanket over all of it.
It doesn't have to be all or one either way.
Yeah. And so we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target customers and how do you attract them?
That's a great question. So, I'd say MindSpa as a whole, we're definitely targeting a lot of, brain balanced health, mental health. So, anything from, anxiety, depression, traumatic brain injury, strokes, Parkinson's, kind of the whole spectrum when it comes to brain health, kids with autism or pans and pandas. And then, because we have all sorts of different practitioners, again, we kind of treat a little bit of everything because we're doing general wellness, women's medicine, fertility health, and then just general stress and wellness for people.
Okay. All right. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast?
No. I mean, I guess I've thought about it, but haven't been driven to start it yet.
Okay. And then outside of work, what do you do for fun?
I like to work out. I'm a big runner. I like to do the Run Disney runs with my family. Those are a lot of fun. I get to dress up in costumes and, run around Disney. I like going to the beach, just spending time in nature, spending time with my friends, family, and with my pets.
Okay. Okay. So Dr. Roselle, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about MindSpa Integrative Wellness Center.
Mm-hmm. One thing, I guess that we're great, but really that we have a great group of providers, and we provide a lot of different services to offer people to help with their physical, mental, and psychological health. And more than that we truly care about our patients, and trying to provide a good experience and building good relationships with them. We've worked really hard to try to make our office a safe place that that people trust and feel comfortable in.
Okay. And how can our listeners learn more about MindSpa Integrative Wellness Center?
Mm-hmm. You can learn more by going to our website, which is www.mindspasarasota.com. We do have an Instagram and Facebook page, which we're working on actually putting stuff on, but you can find us, and you can give us a call at 941-378-9959. And many of our practitioners also offer free initial consultation, so you can learn more about them and their practice and how they might be able to help you.
Okay, great. Well, Dr. Roselle, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsarasota.com. That's gnpsarasota.com, or call 941-949-1865.